Hey guys, how you doing? Stop! If you are new on this channel, thank you for clicking. I need one more click from you. Go down and click that subscribe button. Now, back to business. IELTS speaking module. I'm not an expert on this, but I'm gonna share my knowledge. I'm a native Arabic speaker. I've done IELTS 4 times. The first time I got 7.5 in speaking. I wish I can find the results. If I do, then I'm gonna post them right there. On my first IELTS attempt, I got 7.5. On my second IELTS attempt, I got 6.5. So I said to myself, what the hell am I doing wrong? Why did my score drop? So I did my research. I broke down the speaking module, and then I came up with my own tips and tricks of how to get at least band 8 on your speaking module. And this is how it goes. So you need to know what the speaking module is, and you need to know what the examiner is looking for. So the assessment criteria are broken down into the following. You will be assessed for the following criteria. Ability to communicate effectively. Are we speaking the same language? Ability to use appropriate vocabulary and structure. Vocabulary, very important. Structure, extremely important. Short sentences, long sentences, questions, structure. Ability to take initiative in a conversation, and that's a key element. You need to learn how to direct a conversation one way or another so that you can talk about the things you love to talk about and the things you're comfortable to talk about. And we'll give examples. General fluency, it's crucial, and that's my favorite part, and the only way to nail it is by practice and preparation. Structural accuracy. Intelligibility, I know, it's a long word. You don't need to use such long words in your speaking module. You only need to know what they mean and express it in your own words. So intelligibility, it means that you are comprehensive. They actually understand what you're saying. You're being understood. Use whatever tense you want. You just need to understand the meaning. The best preparation strategy is to work with a friend and practice the interview format that way. And if you guys need sample books, send me an email on alphaslice.org and I'll make sure I send you a sample. Oh my god, I forgot to mention. So the first time I got 7.5, the second time I got 6.5, and then I did my research, and the last 2 times I got 8 in the speaking module. So now, after we figured out the assessment criteria, it's time to break down the speaking module. The speaking module takes around 13 to 15 minutes, and it consists of 3 parts. The first part is gonna be general introduction, and that's the easy part. You know why? Because you're gonna prepare it, you're gonna write the script, and you're gonna memorize it. And that's what every single one of you guys should do. Doesn't matter if you're good in English or not. Just write the script, memorize it. That simple. So the first part is gonna take 45 minutes. It's gonna talk about you, your job, your studies, your interests, just general questions. Write them down. The second part, the examiner is gonna give you a card. That card will have 4 or 5 questions on it. Then he'll give you a pencil and a paper to write down your answers, and he'll give you a minute to get ready. After that, he'll give you 2 minutes to talk about that topic without interruptions. You don't stop, he will tell you when to stop. And if you do stop, he will signal to you to keep going. Remember, everything is recorded. Part 3. In this part, the examiner will ask you questions related to the topic in part 2, and here, you should step up your game and be creative. So let's do some examples. Example on the first part. The questions you will be answering. The examiner will be asking you about yourself, your family, your work, your studies, and some other familiar topics. So as soon as the examiner asks, tell me about yourself, you can shoot everything right away. You can talk about yourself, your family, your work, your studies, and your special interests. Or you can just wait for him to ask. Either way, it works. Proactive or reactive. Do you have a large family or a small family? Tell me about them. What do you prefer? Large families or small families? How much time do you manage to spend with the members of your family? What sort of things do you like to do together? Do you get well with your family? Why? So how do I answer that part? It's easy. I script it, I memorize it. It doesn't have to be truthful, it just needs to be structured and well thought. So for example, I have 5 siblings. I'm gonna talk about all of them? Hell no, I'll just choose my 2 favorites. My answer would be, my name is Mohammed Yunus, I'm 33 years old, I'm originally from Lebanon. Arabic is my native language. I'm married, I've got 2 kids, my wife's pregnant, I've got a girl coming on the way. I've been a nurse for 10 years, I work in pediatric oncology, I love our patient population. My job gives me moral satisfaction. On my off days, I create videos for my YouTube channel. And then I stop right there. I'll give the examiner the chance to ask me questions. For example, do you like large families or small families? I would say, I'd like families of 3 children. And then he would ask, why? I would say, I'd like to be able to provide anything they ask for. Can you tell me something about your wife? Well, let's start off by saying my wife is extremely beautiful. She's about the same age I am. We met at college. We studied the same major, and she's been a nurse for like 10 years. She stopped practicing nursing at the moment, and now she's a stay-home mom. She takes care of our 2 boys. How much time do you manage to spend with your family? Well, I wish I can spend more time with my family, but lately I've been trying to free up my schedule on the weekends so that we can go watch a movie or play with the kids in the park. What sort of things do you like to do together? Well, apart from going to the movies and playing in the park, we like to shoot some YouTube videos. Do you get well with your family? I love my family. Me and my wife, we get along very well. We have a lot of things in common. The time with my family, I won't trade it for the world. So there you have it. This is how you answer part 1, and you'll get a full mark. So after you write the script and you master it, there are some things I'd like you to focus on. Slang. Use slang in your language. For example, instead of saying, I'm going to play with the kids, say, I'm gonna play with the kids. Emotions. Show emotions when you're talking. Instead of saying, oh, I love my wife, you say, oh, I love my wife. Your tone. Fluctuate your tone. Don't be monotonous in your conversation. For example, instead of saying, the best part about my job is I got to play with kids, you say, the best part about my job is I got to play with kids. Eye contact. You have to maintain eye contact for at least 80% of the conversation. Moaning. It's okay to moan, but make your moan sound like more Western. Instead of going, go like, Facial expressions, they are very important. Practice them. Body language. Actually, it's very important to talk with your hands during the interview and change body gestures every now and then. No, not that. And last but not least, stay on topic. If you get asked a question, answer the damn question. Don't jump around the bushes. One last tip. You do not get marked for your accent. So if you do not have an American accent, don't worry about it. If you do, good for you. For you guys who are still watching, thank you very much. It looks like you are interested in the topic. So if you'd like to see questions and answers on part 2 and part 3 of the speaking module, this video has to get 100 likes. The only way to get there is by you smashing that like button and sharing the video for more exposure, asking your friends and family to like it as well. And because you are that loyal, I'm offering to be a practice buddy for 5 people via Skype. So if you want that offer, send me an email on info@alphaslice.org, and the first 5 will get the slots. So that's it for this video. Thank you all. The only reason you are here is because you're an Alpha Slice.
To get to anywhere, maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can go somewhere, any place is better.